Hey folks, I'm back, and I'm in a quarry. Interesting. I'll just redo everything multiple times because I'm a dingleberry. So, long story short, I have not felt like doing any kind of a review in a very long time because I just feel like I'm not good at them, and I feel like reviewing stuff is fundamentally antithetical toward my own beliefs in anti-consumption, or at least reduction of consumption and harm reduction. I just feel like telling people what to buy is a bad look for an anarchist, you know. Anyway, I'm back. I'm on a very short leash because my Zoom field recorder doesn't want to record on the card I have, and I'm having issues with that. I just plug directly into my camera so that way I have the best voice audio I can get here. Anyway, I want to rant a little bit about this. This is the Sierra Designs Flex Capacitor 40-60 liter backpack. You can buy it at most retailers that carry Sierra Designs products or on their website for about $250 before Donnie Tiny Hands blows everything up with his tariffs, because we live in a stupid time now. This thing I picked up because I wanted a winter backpack. As you know, I like to wander around the coast in the winter as kind of like a birthday thing for me. I don't really celebrate my birthday, I just escape into the woods because I'm a weird semi-hairless Bigfoot. Anyway, for the past 5 years now, I've been using an Osprey Levity backpack, and it is my favorite backpack. I will take it anywhere. I will be absolutely heartbroken when it wears out. But it doesn't have the capacity I need for winter excursions. When you're doing winter backpack, even at the coast where it's still fairly mild relative to like up in the mountains or something, you need warmer sleeping bags, extra layers, extra food, things like that. The commercial ultralight backpack that has a maximum weight capacity of 25 pounds and a maximum volume capacity of 45 pounds is a little borderline before I throw a whole bunch of heavy stupid camera gear in here, because I'm a weird loser who likes to make shitty videos. I picked this up for my most recent excursion, which I am working on the video of. It'll come out when it comes out. I wanted to talk about this thing because it's given me thoughts, and I want to share those thoughts. So this isn't really a review so much as it is just kind of a rant. So what is it? It is an ultralight, commercially available ultralight backpack from Sierra Designs. Sierra Designs makes some great gear. They make my favorite freestanding tent, the Flashlight 2FL. They've made some pants I've had. They were a sponsor of Andrew Skirka. They're pretty big as far as names. I'd say they're probably like maybe behind Marmot in terms of name recognition at this point. I don't know. I'm not hip to the stuff going on anymore because I'm kind of in my own dweeby little anarchist hermit land. But this is, you know, they're a good brand. I have good experiences with them. I did not enjoy this backpack. So on the surface, it has these straps out here that can be adjusted in or out, so you can have an internal volume anywhere from 40 to 60 liters, which is nice for winter gear. On top of that, it has a single minuscule bucket flap up here. Oh, and I zipped over, that's great. That you can kind of hold a few things in, but I was hard pressed to carry the stuff I like to carry in my brain. Not this brain, but in the brain of a backpack. This one I could keep like a knife and a flashlight and some snacks up there and some additional fuel pellets for my Esbit stove, but that was really about it. There was not a lot of room in the top pouch of this thing. I keep finding bugs landing on me, sorry. And then on top of that, instead of it being a normal like cantilevered package that clips on like a normal backpack, it just zippers on, which is, I guess, a weight-saving decision on their part. I found that frustrating because, again, most conventionally built backpacks, you have an inner baffle you can seal up and then an outer one, so that gives you expansion room if you need to add more cargo space, things like that. The other thing I found frustrating is because it has this nifty compressor arrangement, there's no room for a stash pocket. So there's nowhere I could conveniently stash my rain jacket and my vest and things that I like to grab quickly if I need to make a quick change due to weather concerns. I'm a big fan of that stash pocket, and not having one is a problem. So those things kind of put it off, but I was able to work around that. It does have two very copious bottle pockets right here that also double as hand puppets. But it also has two bottle pockets here that don't quite double. Well, I guess you could kind of hand puppet it, but it's not quite the same. And then it has a very comf belt pouch here with two little stash pockets. I did end up carrying my little through pack fanny pack on there because I do like having that available for my snacks. Interior space is just wide open. It is just wide open spaces in there. Wide open spaces. Anyway, look at that. Look at the space. Look at the space. And it does have a little mesh sack for hydration packs, but there's nowhere to anchor the bottom of it. You got these little cleats here that I guess presumably tie to something, but there's nothing down there. So your pouch, your hydration pack just kind of flops around, and it just, I don't know. I feel like a backpack should have side pockets for bottles or strap pockets for bottles with the option of a hydration pouch. Pick two, but not three. So with these pouches here, suddenly I lost a bunch of real estate room that I would normally have for like my GPS, for my camera clip, things like that. So I lost room there. And then this was just a nuisance for packing. I couldn't imagine what it would be like with a bear canister and trying to chooch everything around in there. So I had all those issues with it, but it was workable. I did manage 35 miles of hiking. I'd planned for 75, got deathly ill. I do have a video I'm working on about that, but I managed to kind of force myself to plague march 35 miles. It was worth it, but it was disappointing. Sorry, I had to take a moment. My camera battery died. Long live my camera battery. Anyway, the biggest issue I ran into with this thing is I just could not get it to fit my frame right. I mean, if you look at me, I'm not tall. I'm average, 5'9" on a good day, depending on how much water I've had. Most of that is torso. My whole family, we have long torsos and short legs and thick eyebrow ridges, and we're basically a revenant species of Neanderthal living in California. Don't tell Gutsick Gibbon that. She will probably put my skull on a shelf.
I ain't got no body, and nobody cares for me.
Anyway, it was hard to make this fit. It was just a little too tall for me, and so adjusting it meant it either rode on my tailbone the entire time or it rode on my shoulders, and it just felt like my spine was being compressed or my pelvis was being pushed out the entire time. It just never sat right. And especially after how comfortable my Osprey Levity is, to have it sit so poorly, it didn't work for me. I think this is a worthwhile backpack for someone who is a backpacker. You know, like they take trains around Europe and they live out of hostels. They just need to carry stuff. I could see it working that way, but it just didn't quite work for me as like a somewhere in the darkness between ultralight and comfortable guy, backpacker who shoots for distances. It wasn't for me. I really do want to get another like 55-liter backpack as a winter beater slash something for more extended use. I recently cleaned out a lot of my personal effects and downsized my equipment stash. I'm now just down to my big 85-liter expedition backpack, which I don't really use anymore, but I like to have it for like hauling big loads around, and I have my little 45-liter Levity, and I want to find something in the middle that can work for like a long weekend with my kids, a long backpacking trip with my wife, or with a friend who's new to the hobby and I need to carry extra supplies, and also for winter. So I'm looking at Osprey again. I know that the private equity ghouls have gotten a hold of Osprey lately, so I'd like to see if quality is still a thing of theirs. But as it is right now, I just don't know. This, I wanted to like it. I wanted to. It's a brand I like. It's really great on paper. It's a reasonably priced piece of equipment, but it's just not for me. So any recommendations for a 50 to 60 liter backpack, put them down in the comments. I'll check them out, specifically ones built for weird Italian-American Neanderthals living in California. That is a must for me. All right, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I will turn this trash pile I just made into a watchable video. We'll see. We will see. Don't expect videos from me regularly. I don't know if I can even get this one out in a timely manner, but hey, thanks for